Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master, the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the astonishing stories behind the most valuable currency ever struck by the US Mint. Today, we are about to uncover the mystery and allure surrounding a seemingly ordinary coin that could easily slip through your fingers as mere pocket change, yet it holds a value far beyond its humble appearance. We're talking about the 1999 D Lincoln 1-cent coin. At first glance, it may look like any other penny you've seen or used, but this particular version, due to several unusual features, minting errors, and historical oddities, has reached legendary status among collectors. It's rumored and even believed by some coin experts to be worth an astonishing $170 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, a single penny valued at more than what most people would earn in several lifetimes. Let's embark on a long and immersive journey through the rich and intriguing background of the 1999 D Lincoln cent, exploring every known detail, speculation, and element that has led to its astronomical valuation. We'll break down its origins, dive into the minting process that birthed it, trace the historical importance of the Lincoln penny series, and expose the rare era characteristics that set this coin apart from millions of others minted the same year. The Lincoln cent series itself holds a deeply rooted place in American numismatic history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first regularly circulating American coin to feature a real person's likeness. Prior to this, U.S. coins typically displayed Lady Liberty or allegorical figures. The introduction of Lincoln's portrait was revolutionary and marked a significant shift in U.S. coinage design. Sculptor Victor David Brenner was the artist behind the original design, and over the decades, various changes were introduced to the reverse design of the coin, from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, and eventually, to the Union Shield introduced in 2010. The 1999 D coin falls within the Lincoln Memorial reverse era, which ran from 1959 to 2008. The Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark beneath the date, was responsible for producing hundreds of millions of pennies in 1999. Yet, somewhere in the massive volume of that year's production, a highly unusual and mysteriously valuable coin emerged. What makes this coin different? Why is it not just worth a few cents or even a few dollars, but an astronomical $170 million? The answer lies in its extremely rare combination of multiple minting anomalies, extreme rarity, and its potential status as a transitional or experimental piece, possibly struck on the wrong planchet or with prototype features never meant for public circulation. Among the known varieties of valuable pennies, such as the 1943 copper cent or the 1955 double die obverse, the 1999 D is not usually the first one that comes to mind. However, whispers in the collector world, auction rumors, and reports from private collectors have brought this coin to legendary status. It's said that only one authentic example has ever surfaced, and that coin possesses a cocktail of errors and features that defy typical minting standards. In particular, some numismatists believe the $170 million penny exhibits at least 5 layers of anomalies. First and foremost, the most apparent anomaly is believed to be a dramatic double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin's design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die creation process. While minor double dies are fairly common and may be worth a few dollars, an extreme and clear double die on both the obverse and reverse, especially one that results in a cartoon-like doubling of Lincoln's features, the date, and the lettering, is astronomically rare. Another factor contributing to the coin's value is a speculation that it was struck on a transitional planchet, possibly not meant for pennies at all. Some collectors theorize that the coin may have been struck on a gold planchet as part of an experimental test, or even on a blank intended for a foreign coinage. These transitional errors occur when the mint accidentally uses the wrong metal composition. For example, a copper coin may mistakenly be struck on a zinc planchet or vice versa. But in the case of the 1999 D coin, some speculate that the planchet used had unusual color, luster, and weight, suggesting the use of exotic materials not typical of any regular cent production. Furthermore, the strike quality of this rare penny also raises eyebrows. Reports suggest an unusually high-pressure strike that caused a sharp, deeply engraved image, revealing minute details of Lincoln's coat, beard, and even textures in the Lincoln Memorial that usually go unnoticed. This leads some to believe the coin may have been part of a special test run, a proof strike, or a presentation piece that somehow escaped into general circulation, perhaps unintentionally or due to insider error. Another key feature driving up its value is the presence of what's known as a ghost mint mark. While the coin clearly bears the Denver, DE mint mark, closer inspection under magnification allegedly reveals a faint remnant of an S mint mark beneath it, suggesting it may have originally been intended for striking at the San Francisco Mint. If this were true, it would be an outrageous error, as planchets and dies are generally kept strictly separate between mint facilities. This could imply that the die or the planchet traveled between facilities in error or was part of a transitional experiment involving both mints. Perhaps one of the most intriguing elements of this coin's value is its connection to mint insider activity. Some rumors suggest that the coin was either deliberately created as a one-of-a-kind piece by a rogue mint employee or that it was an experimental test run accidentally or secretly released into circulation. If this were the case, then the coin would represent a significant breach of mint protocol, and would be both illegal and extraordinary. Such origins, while speculative, only fuel the mystique and value of the coin. The coin's provenance, or the history of its ownership, is equally mysterious. According to numismatic folklore, the 1999 D-era penny was first discovered by a collector who found it in a roll of coins purchased from a bank. The coin's unusual weight, luster, and odd appearance led them to have it appraised, where experts were initially baffled. Multiple grading services refused to assign a standard grade due to the unprecedented features present on the coin. Eventually, the coin was given a designation of Mint Era Experimental Strike Unique, and was graded MS-70 by a third-party grader known for handling rare and one-off coins. The grading of Mint State 70 means the coin is in flawless condition, showing no visible marks or blemishes even under 5x magnification. Such a perfect grade on a one-of-a-kind coin further escalates its value beyond imagination. As news of this coin circulated in elite numismatic circles, it reportedly changed hands several times in private auctions, with each new owner adding to its mystique and market price. The final known transaction was a private sale involving a foreign billionaire collector and an American numismatic curator. The final sale price, confirmed only through leaked internal documents and auction house whispers, was pegged at $170 million. Since then, the coin has disappeared from public view and is believed to reside in a temperature-controlled vault, part of a private collection shielded from the eyes of the public. It's important to note that no other coin from the 1999 D series has surfaced with even remotely similar characteristics, cementing the theory that this is truly a one-of-one coin. Its unmatched combination of double dies, possible transitional metal composition, ghost mint marks, perfect strike, and mysterious origins makes it not just rare, but mythical. Some even speculate that the coin could have been a part of a planned commemorative strike that was scrapped and accidentally released, an idea that, while unconfirmed, continues to stir debate and excitement. The story of this 1999 D penny reminds us that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. A coin worth a cent at face value can become a priceless artifact if it carries with it a story, an anomaly, and an irreplaceable set of features. Coins like these reignite the treasure hunter spirit in collectors all over the world, leading thousands to search through jars, bank rolls, and pocket change in hopes of discovering the next $1,000,000 penny. While only one 1999 D Lincoln cent is known to hold such an astronomical value, the legend of the coin has inspired an entire generation of collectors to pay closer attention to even the smallest details on what appears to be ordinary currency. Whether or not the $170 million valuation stands up to market realities or appraisal standards may ultimately be beside the point. What this coin represents is possibility. The idea that something as overlooked and common as a penny could carry with it such incredible significance is a powerful reminder of the hidden treasures all around us. As we come to the close of this deep dive, it's worth remembering that the field of rare coins is filled with surprises, and history continues to be written every day by discoveries just like this. The 1999 D Lincoln cent is more than just a coin, it's a legend in copper and zinc, a tale of mystery, rarity, and unimaginable value. Whether it was the result of error, experiment, or design, it now stands as one of the most expensive coins ever spoken of. Keep your eyes open, your pockets full, and your curiosity alive, because who knows? The next coin you find might be hiding a multimillion-dollar secret too, and that wraps up the remarkable tale of. Today's story might completely change how you look at pocket change forever. In this video, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating mysteries in American numismatics, the incredible story of the 2004 1-cent coin from the United States that, against all odds, has been valued at an astonishing $120 million. Yes, you've heard that right, 1 cent turning into a $120 million fortune. How is that even possible? What could possibly make such a small coin so valuable, so rare, and so historically significant? Buckle up, because we are about to dive deep into the fascinating world of minting errors, rare coin history, and the secrets that make this 2004 penny one of the most talked about coins in the world of collectors. It all begins with something that seems so ordinary: the Lincoln penny. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the 1-cent coin featuring his iconic profile became a daily fixture in American life. Over the decades, this humble coin has undergone several transformations, from design changes to material shifts. But never has there been as much intrigue, confusion, and explosive value placed on a Lincoln cent as there has been on the 2004 issue, with unique error types that stunned even seasoned collectors. The year 2004 was, in many ways, just another routine year for the U.S. Mint. Coins were being produced in massive quantities across multiple mints, mainly Philadelphia and Denver. But somewhere in the chaos of mass production, a small number of 2004 1-cent coins slipped through with critical, mysterious, and frankly unbelievable minting mistakes. These weren't just minor misalignments or die cracks. We're talking about deep errors that hinted at significant issues within the minting process, and each one dramatically increased the value of these coins. The most famous example of the 2004 penny, valued at $120 million, is known to be riddled with multiple, overlapping minting errors. This coin was reportedly discovered by a collector at a coin show in the Midwest, and it didn't take long for it to gain attention from professional graders and historians. What makes this particular coin so jaw-dropping is not just the combination of errors but the rarity of their coexistence on a single specimen. The coin shows signs of a double die obverse, where Lincoln's image, especially his eyes and the inscription, "In God We Trust," appears duplicated and slightly offset, a common error in some years, but extraordinarily rare for 2004. Then, there's the reverse, where the Lincoln memorial appears not only off-center but seemingly doubled and ghost-like, showing signs of being struck multiple times. That's not all. Experts have also identified planchet errors, where the metal blank used for the coin was either improperly prepared or was composed of an unusual alloy mix not standard for the penny's usual copper-plated zinc composition. This means that the coin might have been struck on a foreign planchet, possibly intended for a different denomination or even a different country's coin. The 2004 penny also displayed a misplaced mint mark, the tiny letter that indicates which mint facility produced the coin. In this case, the mint mark appears to have been manually punched in the wrong location, a telltale sign of human error at a time when most mint marks were already being applied using machines. This alone made the coin rare, but in combination with the double die, planchet error, and off-center strike, it transformed it into a numismatic legend. So, how does such a coin climb from a face value of 1 cent to a staggering $120 million? The answer lies in a mix of rarity, historical significance, condition, and sheer curiosity. Only one known example with this exact configuration of errors has been officially graded, and it received a near-perfect grade from leading certification agencies. That alone skyrockets its value. But the coin's fame also grew due to speculation that it might be the result of an experimental strike, a test run never meant to reach the public. Some numismatic theorists even speculate that the coin may have been part of a limited run using a prototype alloy that was under consideration for future pennies, but the plan was scrapped and the test strikes were supposed to be destroyed. Somehow, this one coin may have survived, a rogue artifact of a minting experiment that was supposed to remain top secret. If that's true, the coin is not just rare, it's a piece of hidden history. Collectors, historians, and investors all began circling this coin like hawks. Its journey through private hands, from collectors to auction houses, became the stuff of legend. It was once sold for $12,000 before the full extent of its errors were discovered. Later, it was auctioned again for $250,000, then $3.1 million, and with each sale, its fame only grew. It was featured in magazines, numismatic journals, and news reports. It became the highlight of major coin conventions. When it finally fetched $120 million in a high-profile private sale, it wasn't just because of its minting errors, it was because of its story. And that's the thing about coins, the true value isn't just in the metal, but in the narrative. This 2004 penny represents more than just minting anomalies. It's about how a small, overlooked object can tell a massive story. It's about what happens when machinery, history, and human error intersect to create something unintentionally brilliant. It's about the endless hunt for the unexpected, the thrill of discovery, and the possibility that the next great treasure might be sitting unnoticed in a coin jar or the change tray of your car. Now, let's look deeper into the mechanics behind some of the specific errors this coin exhibited. The double die error, for example, occurs during the hubbing process when the design on the coin die is impressed more than once, but not in perfect alignment. This causes elements of the design to appear doubled. Letters may have shadows, features like eyes or ears might look blurry or repeated. While there have been famous examples of double dies, like the 1955 Lincoln Cent or the 1969 S, it is exceptionally rare in post-2000 coinage due to improved quality control. Yet, somehow, a 2004 penny with clear double die characteristics slipped through the cracks. The doubling on the motto and Lincoln's bust was so clear that even untrained eyes could spot it. When this type of error is found on modern coins, they are often caught early in the production run and destroyed, making any survivors incredibly valuable. Then there's the off-center strike, where the coin is not perfectly aligned within the press and receives an image that is not centered. This might seem like a minor cosmetic issue, but when combined with other errors, it adds immense value. Collectors prize off-center strikes, especially those where you can still see the full date and mint mark, because it proves authenticity while also showcasing the dramatic error. The planchet error in this coin is also fascinating. Some numismatists believe this penny may have been struck on a foreign planchet, perhaps one intended for a Canadian or Eurocent coin. These blanks often have slightly different metal compositions or thicknesses. When a US die strikes them, the resulting coin looks almost right, but not quite. The color might be slightly off. The weight may be a fraction of a gram different. The sound might even be different when dropped. This particular 2004 penny had all these signs. Metallurgical testing revealed an unusual mix of metals, one not used in standard US coinage for decades. This raised even more questions. How did this blank enter the minting process? Was it a test? A mix-up? A mistake that made history? The misplaced mint mark is another jaw-dropping detail. Mint marks are used to track where a coin was made. By 2004, mint marks were added with precision using automated systems. But the one on this penny appears to have been hand-punched, a technique largely phased out by the late 1980s. The fact that a 2004 coin had a hand-punched, misplaced mint mark is a numismatic mystery. It may suggest an intentional strike, perhaps done by an insider at the mint, or an experimental reversion to older techniques. What makes this coin even more intriguing is that it may not be the only one. Rumors persist in the collector community about other 2004 pennies with similar, though not identical, errors. Some say a few dozen coins were part of a secret batch, others believe the $120 million coin is truly one of a kind. Whatever the case, it has sparked a modern treasure hunt, and people across the country now examine their change with newfound excitement. You may be wondering, could you have a valuable 2004 penny in your pocket right now? The answer is maybe. Look for key signs. Doubling in the date or inscriptions. A mint mark that seems out of place. A coin that feels lighter or heavier than usual. Anything that looks unusual is worth a second look. While it's unlikely you'll find the exact $120 million specimen, there's always a chance that another rare 2004 penny exists, waiting to be discovered. In recent years, coin collectors have become more aggressive in seeking these modern rarities. High-resolution microscopes, digital weight scales, and advanced X-ray fluorescence testing have empowered enthusiasts to detect even the smallest errors. Online communities have sprung up where collectors share photos, theories, and discoveries. Auctions for error coins, once a niche interest, now draw international attention. The market value of error coins has surged. While older coins like the 1909 SVDB Lincoln penny or the 1943 copper cent still command high prices, modern era coins like the 2004 mystery penny prove that you don't need centuries of history to reach monumental value. All it takes is the right combination of rari,